Right, I've watched that one back, and I'm fairly certain that where I'd wandered from was all of that sort of, you know, philosophical sounding stuff about, you know, do I think or do I think I'm thinking and all of that shit. Um, and like, no wonder someone like me who is like got a whirligog of merry-go-roundicalness ends up questioning whether am I laughing at my own joke because I didn't even fucking think that. I don't know if I thought that, whether that thought come. I've just got a real confused picture about what the fuck even was that. I think that's the point I was fucking making. But anyway, I knew just with my head spangling and jangling the way it fucking was. It's like again, I could just think, oh my God, I'm getting all fucking hyper. And it's like, well, yeah, it's um I've talked a bit about the difference between releases and reuptake inhibitors, and the main one is the speed at which they work, which I loved with this one because it did sort of almost seem to work within like half hour, 40 minutes or something. There was a difference. You could feel something, um, a clarity, a sense of clarity or something. Something about the energy of the day was more. Um, I don't know what the word is because I wouldn't know how to describe it to you anyway because you wouldn't know what I was feeling. um, blah, blah, blah. So, so the other thing is, I am actually, I think, possibly crashing. I don't really know. Again, I have to go. What time is it? It is 3 o'clock. The fucking, you know, is it likely for you to want an afternoon nap at 3 o'clock if you're bumbling around in the middle of the day? Fucking right, it is. And many, 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 many people that I know it is as well. Um, God, I've just noticed I always feel fucking terrible whenever I compare myself to any one of you lot because I'm not working at the moment. I always feel as if there's this instant response of like, what the fuck would you know about working? I just feel like I've got to justify it. And that is all my sort of thinking, but it's not. It's a lot of you thinking as well. You're just either too polite to say it to me, don't want the confrontation, or don't really care. But I do, I always feel like, talking about things like that, talking about feeling tired, there's this instant kind of that comes up in me. I think that's what Dr. Bleepity was on about months and months ago about schema healing and noticing schemas, because that was one of my schemas. That was definitely one of my schemas. Um, I did comment on it before with Miss Bloop when I talked about it, and she said, "But are they thinking that?" So it was her fault. Um, but I feel like I could fucking nap. I feel like I could fucking nap. I did just add just a touch of coloration to my eyes. I think it's subtle. Fucking what's she been up to up here? She said, "Can I have some more girly fingernails?" What was she fucking done? Fucking love some sort of petulant fucking rainbow it is. Um, but yeah, I was just playing with my eyes and putting some coloration there on too. And I just started to, and that's normal. That's normal. That again could be just widen the view slightly over the first few days. There could be some pingety pong. And I think, like, I've often said, if you've got the opportunity to sleep when you're fucking tired, sleep when you're fucking tired. Because if you don't, if you force yourself to power through it, your body will release adrenaline, but then that can have a knock-on effect and keep happening for ages and just like the moment has passed. But the thing is, you're feeling tired, it's often because your body wanted to sleep. And now it hasn't had that sleep and hasn't had that fucking whatever. And I did only have what? Oh, I can't do the maths. Less than 5 hours sleep, I think. That's not terrible. It's not a terrible night's sleep, but it's not brilliant. Um, and with the mental energy that was for sure and certain expended, around the time I was at the laundrette. It was a fucking, oh God. You know, like kids' fucking playtime. Have you ever lived near a school and the bell goes and that just communal mishmash of screams and yelps and laughs and songs and whatever, all that, but in thoughts. And just fucking music, and then there's quite often there's a feeling that accompanies them, or a change in my vision, and it's like it's just yeah, my head can jangle the fuck out of itself, um, like a washing machine that's put on a spin cycle without a concrete weight in it. Have you ever seen that? It's fucking hilarious. It just blows itself to pieces. So yeah. That's what I am right now. I am a Zanussi ZX24, and I am in pieces. So I'm just gonna roll with it, man. It's like if I want, if I, you know, I will, I will soon know if I can't sleep, because I will get the phenomenon that I often. Oh my God, I always used to get so much as a kid, and I mean the kid, nothing to do with any drug of any kind, and that's that feeling sleepy and then closing the eyes, and then the colours and the shapes start, and all the shit, and all the dancing and the fucking random shit. So I'm not new to it. It was just it went into a bit of a fucking hyperdrive earlier, and I think it's like poleaxed me a little bit, just knocked me sideways and then forwards again, and then said, actually, no, sorry, it should have been back the other way from sideways, but now I've moved you forward, so now it's got to be like diagonal backwards. Yeah, that shit. Stupidity. Pointless fucking stupidity. That's what my brain needs to get rid of so often. But it's like interpreted as my actual personality and the things that I find funny, and they're not. A lot of the time. I find the absurdity and the ridiculousness of them funny, and it's more the fact that they exist and have to come out is what I find funny. Hello, thought of that. What were you doing there? So yeah, I'm sure shit like this is why I'm difficult to converse with, because other people would be talking about, I don't know, politics, or what Sam said at work the other day. I don't know, normal shit. Um, what was it in the videos that got deleted? I did talk about that chat I had with the bloke outside the barber, and I just said, like, I don't know why people have such a problem with me just accepting that I'm as fucking annoying as fuck. And he didn't really answer, but he sort of giggled a bit. And I was like, you can't be me, right? And for this long and not know for a fucking fact that you're really annoying, just because the amount of people that keep saying it and keep showing it. And it's like, can't we just accept that? It's fine. It's okay. It just is what it fucking is. And I'm a lot easier to deal with. What was the point of digressing to that? Because I've digressed back somewhere else, I think. I might have digressed back somewhere else. About that whole thing again of like the schizotypal is not getting treated by this medicine. And it's enough in and of itself to be a significant factor, but that is not me stuck in negative thinking. That is not me identifying myself as a label. That is not me doing any of the other things which are actually societal interpretations. Nothing more. They're given as facts. They're not. I'm not thinking negatively. I'm accepting my limitations and being proud of what I achieved, notwithstanding that. And that's what you have to do to take the power out of it. You have to collect it and say, this is me, this is mine. and then do the other shit. And there's so much of like just trying to reject it, and that just, I ain't got all the answers, bud, but that didn't work for me, doesn't work for me. The only thing that's ever started to work for me is just fucking screaming shit out as it fucking happens, identifying it and just saying that is me. And then it can go. Then it can go. It's like I need to bring it up into the loading chamber before I can eject it into outer space. Or something. Or something like that. But yeah, oh God. Digression all this, digression all that. I know there was a lot of talk about schizotypal shit and that shit and whatever, but that was the other one. The point of this is actually I find quite nice and Mikey is I like to turn things on their fucking head. Like, I've hurt my foot. Be nice to become a hopping champion. That sort of shit. And like I've commented on how the three of these disorders gang up with each other, but then what I'm doing is going, aha, yeah. But that means you interact. And if you interact, when a cog turns one way, it can turn the other way. So if I address medicinally some of the fundamentals of the ADHD, that will lessen the stress caused by the jobs that I'm not able to do and trying to do and I'm really frustrated, which will lessen my tendency to become highly emotional. Because when I become highly emotional, I get more schizoidical. So I can reduce my schizoidical ability by working, if you interact with each other, that means if I kill one, I can kill the other. Basically, I can turn that process on its fucking head. And so you might well gang up with each other, but now I can make you gang up against each other. Or something. But it's a nice sort of self-hypothesized prognosis for me by me to take with me, I think. And I think I'm ready for that kip. I really do think I'm ready to just fucking fall asleep. But if not, in 10 minutes time, I'll be busying myself doing something. Because I have still kept tidying all day. But the thing is, I've been here and I've been trying hats on and I've been out and I've done stuff and I've cleaned stuff and there's litter on the floor and there's an empty drink bottle there and it's just continuously making mess like I do. I'm like the guy that I don't know his name. It's not Linus, but the one that walked around in Charlie Brown. He didn't have a blanket. That was Linus. But he had a black cloud over his head with like flies swirling around it and smell coming off of him. And whenever he wasn't in it that much, and wherever he walked, just all the shit fell off all the shelves and fucking stuff used to just break. Chair would just snap. Literally, as he walked past, it was just chaos coming around behind him. And it was like, I used to get compared to him when I was a little boy. I was often compared to him when I was a little boy, and not much has fucking changed. So I've got that to do. I'm still positive about it. There's been nothing extreme or nothing unwell or anything about this. And the scattercall head earlier is just like, yeah, sometimes it gets like that, and that's when you would in the past see me walking through Boscombe singing or whistling or doing something noisy, emitting some sort of fucking noise or bouncicalness to my walk or something, knowing full well that it was attracting attention, but thinking that's not what I'm doing it for. It's I just need to just be. I need to get smiled at a lot. So, hello, is it time to turn the telly off? I think it's time to turn the telly off. He's just finished what was in his bowl, and he's come straight up to me, and there wasn't a lot in there. So I think what this is get the fuck off of your phone and put some food in my bowl, you bitch. So I'm gonna go and be Gizmo's bitch.